Today is the first Saturday of the month and the last day before we're going to enter into the celebration of the Holy Week. And our readings for today speaks about the conflict between Jesus and the ruling authorities of the time, and I'm referring to the Pharisees. The Pharisee, according to the gospel, they were threatened. I think that's the best way to describe them. They were threatened by the growing popularity of Jesus, because Jesus performing some wonders and miracles, and people believed him and they followed him. And Jesus had so many followers and so many believers. And because of this, the Pharisee, they're planning to silence Jesus by trying to kill him. Actually, they're just looking for an opportunity to kill Jesus. Why? Because if they're not going to do that, the gospel says the Roman Empire will dethrone them from their power. Of course, if they will be dethroned, of course, no more power, no more influence, no more status. They will lose that one. And Jesus will take over. And they were threatened by that. They were afraid of the popularity of Jesus. The Pharisee, these are people who are just only after of the status, only after of the prestige, the power, and the influence. And I think our gospel reading for today is very timely in our situation nowadays. Because in our society nowadays, there are some people who are afraid to be taken away from the seat of power. There are some leaders in our country that they are afraid to be removed from the seat of power. There are individuals who are hunger for power. Hunger for power. They are those people who find ways, even wicked ways, just to maintain their status, just to maintain their power. They don't care if their plans, their desires are evil, as long as they will remain in power. You know, we have to remember that hunger of power makes one a monster. Like for example, if a pastor or if a priest is hunger of power, I'm sure he will not be a good shepherd, but rather he will be turned into a monster, and it is very dangerous to a community and to a parishioners. If a leader is only after of the status, his status, not of the welfare of the people, he will be a monster one day. And that's very dangerous, because nation will suffer. And we are reminded today that when a leader is threatened by the growing popularity of the opposition, chaos will surely happen. Because if you are insecure because other people are growing and getting popular and famous, it will cause division. People will scatter. Nations will collapse. And this is the experience of Ezekiel in our first reading for today. And because of this, the Lord promised to prophet Ezekiel that he will bring someone to unite the divided kingdoms, and that someone is in the person of David. What the gospel is trying to tell us this morning is this. We are reminded that we should not be threatened when other peoples are growing. We should be proud and be grateful for the success of other people. That is, we have to wish others well. To put it in a simple words, the gospel is telling me and you with this very important message. And listen to this, my dear brothers and sisters. This is what I'm trying to tell you this morning. Do not be sad if others are happy. And never be happy if others are sad. That is, simply put, rejoice when others are doing great. Celebrate when others are promoted. When others are doing well, it means they have the potential to do more, and we have to appreciate that one because it's a blessing to the community. It's a gift to the community. We have to be careful with people who are only after of status just to maintain their power. That's very dangerous because that someone will eventually become a monster. Today, as we enter the season of Holy Week, let us unite our prayers together so that our leaders, both the church leaders and civil leaders, may work together for the safety and the unity of the people. Let us work together. Let us work as one to fight the COVID-19. And let us unite together in prayers because I believe when there is unity, there is power. When there is unity, there is strength. Today, be proud, be grateful of the success of others. Don't be sad if others are happy. And never be happy if others are sad.